and welcome back to day 3 of Lark in the Park 2020. Really excited to welcome you here today. Again, we have a really exciting programme planned. Adam, tell us a little bit more about what's happening today.
Certainly. Well, today's theme is God is there for you. So yesterday we talked about God doing miracles, and we actually saw Peter seeing Jesus perform a miracle for the first time. And today's video talk is about Peter actually performing his own miracle and Jesus supporting Peter in walking on water himself. We'll then have a bit of chance to reflect on that and think about what that means for our own lives. We've got another amazing, messy game. We've got some more worship where there'll be another new song for you to learn the dance moves to, and a repeat of one that we've done earlier in the week. And then thinking about some more super science that you might be able to try out at home too.
Oh, sounds brilliant. Thanks, Adam. Now, on Monday and Tuesday, you may have seen that we did a dad joke. We feel like we should do something a little bit different today. Any ideas, Adam?
Yeah, I have got an idea actually. I think it's interesting to get our tongues and our heads and our mouths round a tongue twister. So, Kerry, have you got a tongue twister for us?
Oh, I think I might have. Was that a tongue twister he just said?
A tongue twister? See, saying tongue twister is also quite difficult. Maybe you should practice that.
I've got a really good one that I'll share with you. It took me a long time to learn when I was about 10 years old. So if you've got your own tongue twisters, please do send them in. Are you ready for this, Adam?
Okay.
You ready to be impressed?
Go for it.
You sure you're ready?
I think I am.
You completely ready?
Well, I might as well be.
Should we build up a little bit more tension first?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Great. Here we go. Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, that will make my batter bitter. Butter, bit of better butter, that will make my batter better.
Very good. I'm not even going to try to attempt that, but maybe you should at home see if you can get somebody else to learn it as well. You can have a bit of a challenge of who stumbles over the Betty, the butter or the batter first. Right now, let's enjoy day 3 of AllStars at Lark in the Park.
Hello, I'm Izzy, and welcome to the AllStars Daily Challenge. We'll be here with a new challenge every day that you can try at home. Today's challenge is how long you can balance a pencil on the end of your finger. Now, this record is held by Jimmy Hayden, who balanced it on the end of his finger for 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Let's see how I get on, and you can try at home. Okay. Well, that didn't go very well. See if you can do better.
Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things. There's a you that gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open. Strongholds are broken. Living by faith. Nothing is impossible. Not gonna live by what I feel. Deep down I know that you're here with me. I know that you can do anything. Through you I can do anything. I can do all things. 'Cause it's you that gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open. Strongholds are broken. And I'm living by faith. Nothing is impossible. I'm not gonna live by what I feel. I'm not gonna live by what I feel. Deep down we can do anything. Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things, 'cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open, strongholds are broken, and I'm living by faith. Nothing is impossible. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in you. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in you. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in you. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in you. Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things, 'cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open, strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Nothing is impossible. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in you. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in you. You are here as we lift you up. You are riding on our praise, the enthroned over everything. You are seated in our praise. This is prophetic, I can feel it in the air. We lift our praise and you change the atmosphere. With hearts open now, everybody singing out. Oh, oh, oh. Turn it up with the sound of praise. Make it louder than any other. Lift him up and shout his name. Oh, oh, oh. As we praise, oh, I can feel the change as your presence now invades. Hear the sound of the broken chains, prison doors are giving way. This is prophetic, I can feel it in the air. We lift our praise and you change the atmosphere. With hearts open now, everybody singing out, I am free. Turn it up with the sound of praise. Make it louder than any other. Lift it up and shout his name. Oh, oh, oh. Turn it up with the sound of praise. Make it louder than any other. Lift him up and shout his name. Oh, oh, oh. Our praise goes up, your rain comes down. 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 We shout of praise, we celebrate, King of glory, enter in. You are riding in our praise, oh.
pages of the Bible. Peter walks on water. This is Peter.
Hey-o! Whoop!
Peter was a fisherman who was called by Jesus.
Hey!
Peter saw the many miracles of Jesus,
Whoa!
and he heard all his teachings. Great crowds followed Jesus wherever he went. One day after Jesus had done a great miracle, he sent the disciples in a boat across the lake while he stayed and sent the people home.
See ya!
Hey, Jesus.
After sending them home, Jesus went up into the hills by himself to pray. Meanwhile, the disciples were in trouble far away from land, for a strong wind had risen, and they were fighting heavy waves. About 3 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came toward them, walking on water. When the disciples saw him walking on the water, they were terrified. In their fear, they cried out, "It's a ghost!"
Hold on there.
But Jesus spoke to them at once. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Take courage. I am here." Then Peter called to him, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you walking on the water." So Jesus said, "Yes, come." So Peter went over the side of the boat
Whoa! You're awesome!
and walked on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw the strong wind and the waves,
Whoa!
he was terrified and began to sink.
Baby, help me!
"Save me, Lord!" he shouted. Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. Jesus said, "You have so little faith. Why did you doubt me?" When they climbed back into the boat, the wind stopped. Then the disciples worshipped him and said, "You really are the Son of God."
Welcome to the AllStars science experiment. Every day we're going to be doing an experiment that you can try at home. Today we're going to be making a parachute. So for your parachute you will need 4 pieces of string, about the same size. You can also use ribbon if you want to. A piece of square plastic or paper. This I've just used cut up from a reusable supermarket shopping bag. A small Lego figure, or it could be, this one's a Lego man, it could be a Lego woman, it could be a Lego dog, it could be a Lego brick. Actually, it could also be a little piece of plasticine because we're not sponsored by Lego, but you get the idea. And some sellotape. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to attach the pieces of string, 1 to each corner. Now this can be a little bit tricky in that you get your fingers, if you're me, you get your fingers taped together rather than what you should be doing. But you can take your time. So 1. Now what we're going to do is we're creating this parachute for Mr. Lego Man because he's going to go on an adventure and he's going to jump off the top of the mountain. And if he jumped off the top of the mountain without the parachute, he'd go splat and he'd be dead, and then that'd be really, really upsetting. So we're creating him this parachute so he can have a safe journey down to Earth. Now the reason that a parachute works is it traps the air inside it. So as it traps the air, it causes something called air resistance or friction, and that slows down the person or the object that's underneath it. So what we're going to do, the last bit, we need to attach Mr. Lego Man. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a little bit of a loop. Now this could be a bit tricky, so you might need a grown-up to help you tie the knot. You could actually just sellotape him to them, but he might get a little bit upset. adult. Do you know, all fingers and thumbs, I think I need an adult to help me today. So we've created a loop, and we're going to put Mr. Lego Man inside. He looks a little bit scared. I'm not sure if he trusts me. I'm going to fasten him in. And we can then drop him, and he glides, not so elegantly, to the ground. Now what you can do, this is a great experiment, you can try it from different places. Make sure if you're going up somewhere high that you have a grown up and you ask permission to do that. But you can change things, so you could change the size of the parachute. What effect does that have? There's lots of things, try use different materials. Why don't you go home and have a go? And remember to come back tomorrow for another science experiment with AllStars.
Hey Nat.
Hi.
So, can you tell me who Jesus is?
He's a man that used to live on Earth, and he performed miracles and helped people, and now he lives in heaven with God.
Cool. So, have you got faith in Jesus?
Yeah.
So, when you have a faith in Jesus, he gives you hope. So, what does that sort of mean?
It means don't really give up, and you should believe in him. And it means that if you're down, you know you have someone to talk to.
That's really cool. So, can you talk to me a little bit about how you felt when your grandpa died and what having hope in Jesus meant?
At that point, it kind of felt like you look after him in heaven, because right, there's probably in my family other people that died, so you'll know them, but he'll be, when in his time, he won't have anyone that was around him. So
you still felt sad, but
Yeah.
you had a hope.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel about what might happen when you die?
That hopefully my children have hope that I'm safe up in heaven, and that my wife, if I get married, then she'll have hope.
That's cool. Thanks, Nat.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello, this is BB, and I'm going to see how much coins I can stack in 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. And that's how much I can stack.
Stop. Okay, count them.
Okay, let me see this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Well done.
Now I love to be in the water, swimming, kayaking, bodyboarding. My family spend a lot of time at the beach, and even more so during lockdown. We actually live 300 metres from the beach, which makes it really easy to be in the water on a daily basis. Now, Peter was a fisherman, so he spent a lot of time in the water too. He would have been used to the changeable weather conditions. But in today's story, he's really scared when a storm comes in. Even though he has seen Jesus do amazing things, in the moment when he can't see Jesus, he's absolutely terrified. The waves are crashing against the boat. The wind is howling and thrashing against the sail. The boat is rocking back and forth. It's starting to fill with water. Oh my, what is going to happen? Peter is thinking, surely the boat is going to sink. He doesn't know what to do until he sees Jesus again. When he realizes that Jesus is with him, everything changes. It's as if he suddenly remembers that Jesus is God and he's capable of everything and anything. As Peter sees Jesus walking on the water, he goes out to join him. Peter, an ordinary man doing the impossible. With his eyes on Jesus, he can do what is impossible for him to do on his own. Jesus then calms the storm. The disciples realize even the wind and the waves obey him. When we think about it, of course they do. Jesus is God. He was there when the waves were created and when the world began. But when we are in the midst of the storms of our life, we can forget that Jesus is there. We can take our eyes off Jesus and sink. When we feel alone, when we feel like a failure, when we feel sad or forgotten, we can forget that Jesus, God of the impossible, is right there, right here. All we have to do is ask for help. When we feel happy and we feel excited, when we feel proud of what we've done, we can forget that Jesus, God of the impossible, is right there cheering us on, enjoying those moments with us. Now, we don't need to physically see Jesus as Peter did, because he is here with us. He's not up in space, far away kind of God. He's a right here with you kind of God. He's there for you. Do you know that whenever you need help from Jesus, in good times and bad, you can ask and he will be there for you? You don't have to do anything to earn it. No, Jesus will be right there for you. He's a faithful friend. Now, if you were here yesterday, you realize that we can chat to God anytime, anywhere, just like you would a friend. And we're going to do that again now. So if you remember, we kind of held our hand up here and to our mouth and whispered. God can hear you, but no one else can. So we're going to chat to God. I want you to tell him something that makes you laugh. And something that makes you sad. Something that you're looking forward to. Something that you'd like to change. Right now, Jesus wants to be with you and close to you. And if you want that too, then you can pray that with me now. Jesus, come close to us. Be with us. Help us.
One of my favourite parts of the programme coming up, it's time for the messy game. And today's messy game involves some flour, water
and sweets,
and a whole lot of mess.
Huge amounts of mess. So pay close attention and enjoy watching other people get messy.
Welcome back, AllStars kids, to Wednesday's messy game. It's going to be messy. Theo, give me one word to describe how you're feeling about today's messy game.
Amazing.
Confidence, like it. Lila, how are you feeling about today's messy game?
Nervous.
Nervous, less confident than usual. Let's see if that's an indication of their performance today. So, for today's messy game, both Lila and Theo have to get as many sweets out of the flour-infested bowl in front of them, out using their mouths, into the glass ramekin. As ever, the one who's got the most sweets in the glass ramekin after 30 seconds will be the winner. Ready?
Ready. Yeah.
Steady. Galoshes. Stop! Oh, listen carefully. Ew. Ready? Steady. Gooseberries. Oh. Ready? Ready. Steady. Go! Interesting technique though, Lila. Blowing the flour out of position. There's some very interesting sound effects coming from both Lila and Theo has managed to get his very first sweet. He is on 2 sweets already. Oh, keep going. Well done, well done, well done. Make sure those hands stay right back, Lila. You might need to close your eyes. Interesting technique from Lila, blowing the flour out of the way to enable her to get to those all-important sweets. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Surely we can't have long left. They're doing well, they're doing well. We're down to our last 10. 9, 8, 7, 6. It looks like rain. 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish! Well done! Uh-oh. Okay, well done, well done. Keep it together. You're doing absolutely brilliantly. Well done.
I was in my nose!
Show everyone at home how fantastic you look. It would seem that Theo has been inhaling the flour up his nose. That's interesting. Okay, Theo and Lila, if you can cope, just swallow it down. It's just like cake and bread. Can you count out the flour? Let's see how many Theo's got first. Off you go, Theo. 1. Into. You can drop them back in. 2. 3. Little bit faster. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8.
9, 10,
11, 12, 13. That is a brilliant score, Lila. How did you do? 1, 2, 3, 4,
6, 5, 6.
6. High fives. Well done, Theo. That was today's messy game. Bye. Hello again. We're coming towards the end of our programme. Thank you so much for being with us, and don't forget to send in those tongue twisters. Adam, over to you.
So today we have seen that God is there for all of us. We saw Peter performing his own miracle of walking on water for the first time, and we saw some great reflections from some of the children in our church about how they felt about that. We had another amazing and very messy game. We learned a tongue twister about Betty Batter and some butter, and though I can't even remember. But there we go. And we've seen some more worship. So that's it for day 3. Please join us tomorrow for day 4.
Bye for now.